Here comes Carl. Oh, there's Eddie. Where we got him from? I'm the Bushman. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you, Ed Hawk. Brother of Carl Hawk. That was perfect. Okay. Heads from the creepy crawlers plastic goop I made. There is a Braveheart Award, Hamling's Haunted House. There's all kinds of stuff, man. There's a little, I have the little dragon from Creepy Crawlers I made back in the 60s when I was in my monster club. I made this with Don Stillwell's thing maker. Little wings, I still got it, man. From the glorious 60s, no, a Creepy Crawler dragon. Look, I did that, man. When I was with the monster club I started. It goes back there with all my other monsters. And there it is, Bob Burns as a werewolf. And there's Monster Fingernail. There's Balon, Return of the Vampire, my favorite Bela Lugosi movie, B-Fest 99. A King Kong trading card. Yeah, there's the monster game cards, you know. And there's a Halloween card or whatever, Valentine card. Monster stuff, Frankenstein head, Famous Monsters Fan Club, a Frankenstein bank I have for $1.67 at Walgreens. Frankenstein creepy goop, got for $1 in the dollar store, little Frankenstein zombie heads, mummy Frankenstein heads. Little guy monster guys. Okay, enough. And there's a Cyclops down there, really cool. That's a cool one, my favorite mine. A two-headed dog, like Rocky Erickson sings. Two-headed dog, I've been walking in the Gremlin with a two-headed dog. Da-na-na-na-na-na. Dogs cry in the night. Da-na-na-na-na. I use that song. I use that in Son of a Werewolf in the closing credits. I hope Rocky Erickson doesn't mind. I used a little bit of his song at the end there. My no-budget Son of a Werewolf at the end credits. Look, there's Outer Limits, the first episode on VHS. Psychomania, Unknown Terror. There's Zombie Hero, an independent film by some guy. Yeah, some guy made that for me from Wisconsin. One of my WGN appearances from 2006. And so see, Frankenstein head I got a Dollar Tree for $1. Okay, Rodan poster I got from Michael.
Michael Flores gave me that. From Psychotronic Film Society.
King Kong, look at that. Buster Keaton editing movies there. With the film cement and everything. Got his scissors, got his film cement there on the table. And there's a little Frankenstein doorknob I got. And on the other side, see, it says, do not disturb. Keep on. There's my press passes down here. I get in. Little press pass for David Rock Nelson. Look, I even got Frankenstein on my door. Look at that. Frankenstein bought us in his haunted dungeon. Look at that. So see, I'm a fan of this stuff first, and now I make movies. And this horny toad monster has made me money. And I got this for only $1.99 at Dollar Tree. And I got my devil in for $1.67. It's all in the makings now. It's part of Kmart over here at Lee Street and Oakton. In Des Plaines. Gotcha. So, you know, I get the job done and I don't need a lot of money. So I'm going to drink to that, man. See, I got my Scarecrow video shirt on I got from Tommy Swenson. I got that from Tommy Swenson when I was at All Freaking Night Horror Fest out there in Seattle, Washington. That's a good job. There's a good one. Monster on the Campus, one of my favorite B movies. See? Okay, and there's one of my camcorders down there, man. There's my VCRs that I still edit with. And there's a copy of Teenage Frankenstein on video. And there's the book, Planet of the Apes. I got that for a couple bucks at an antique store. The Dead Eyes of London with that Tor Johnson look-alike. That guy called Fuch, F-U-C-H. There's a snake cane I got in the Philippines for like I brought it back for $1.30. Here's a baseball bat I made in high school. See, I did it on the lathe. That's where the lathe stuck and it started burning, smoking. So I had to pour water on it. Mr. Beard, my woodworking teacher, he liked this base. So that's a good bat. He was swinging that thing around. I use that on gangbangers if they break into my house. As a bat, like Buford Puzzle and Walking Tall, you know. Big Bo Svensson in Walking Tall 2 and Walking Tall 3, the final chapter. Here he kicks some tail. And the TV show Walking Tall. Not the original Walking Tall. That was Joe Don Baker. So How to Find Anyone. I got that book to help me find people in case I can't find them. There's a little devil guy. Now we're going to go into my dungeon. Look at it. There's my Frankenstein mask. It's getting all eaten away. It's all eaten away. There's the fez cap I used in my Mummy 1993. That I wore, see? Go, Mummy! Show the world you still exist! Yeah, and then over here, there's my original Saddam Hussein man. I'll put that back on fangs I got for little police hat I got from Jeff Hoover, WGN. The wig I use is Roxella. There's another high pan I'm going to use a flying star. There's Janet's little snake head as Princess Janet in my Mummy movies. There's the Frankenstein hands from Frankenstein meets John Payne Fakey and Frankenstein versus Saddam Hussein. There's my other Saddam Hussein overhead mask from Dracula and Frankenstein versus Saddam Hussein. There's a copy of Famous Monsters with Glenn Strange Frankenstein. And here's a little cat I found in the alley. It was all dirty, and I saved it to use a prop. Here, the witch is in. And there's a witch on her broom. The witch is in. Not pronounced with a B, but the witch is in. There's a skull I got at Monster Bash. Ron Adams threw that to me. Got that for free. Giant Gila Monster. Frankenstein, Boris Karloff, look, Star Trek, a Certificate of Honorable Federation of Service, David Nelson. You know, see, there's a dino mask I got. I went to this creature feature thing in Chicago, and I went to this at Howard Mogul's. That was in May of 95. That's the weekend after I was on the Jon Stewart show. They showed Devil Bat there, Black Dragon, Scared to Death. There's another Bela Lugosi on June 4th. And there's me. Here we go. There's an article on me right there. See, it says, Son of Wood, the Schlockmeister returns. That's me as a werewolf. And that's Mike Johnson as Frankenstein with a shovel. See, David Rock Nelson. There's a picture of me right there with my camcorder. That's about the time I was on Strange Universe. That's me in my dungeon. There's my skull that I did. You know, and that poster is in my room, as you can see right there. There it is. There's the skull. That's the skull you just saw in that picture. There is my dungeon. There's my chair. Look at Magnus. Look at, there's that Cyclops guy from the Mexican horror movie. There's a little Dracula guy. There's Frankenstein. Figure Stood Still. Space Women versus Space Mummy versus Spider Queen. There's a skull I got from Conrad Brooks. He gave me that. David Vale Rock Theater, Richard Crowe Ghost Hunter. See all this neat. There's my trophy I got in boxing when I beat Weinstein, and there's a trophy I got when I bench pressed 260 pounds. I've been all natural, strong athletes against steroids bench press contest, and I won this medal when I beat Jazzy Jabbin' James Flowers, who went on to be the Illinois State light heavyweight champion in the pros 2 years later. After I got a tie with him in an exhibition bout here. And he was 15, 18 pounds heavier than me. I was 160, he was 178. And I got a tie with him. Here's my dungeon there. There's my over-the-head Frankenstein man. Shortwave radio with a rubber skull. I got for $3. So what's your guys' excuse for not making movies? I get the low-budget props here. A plush alligator. He's in gator jail. Roar, yeah, I wrestle with it. I got that for 50 cents at a garage sale at our church. Park Ridge Presbyterian Church in Park Ridge. There's a skeleton hand that came off my skeleton, and I still use it. That's because I wrestled him and threw him a bunch of times when I was a fish man. There's my Civic Bay boxing team shirt from the Philippines that I got. A bag of peanuts I still haven't eaten yet, and dubbing wires I hook up to my DVD recorder down there. That's where I make my DVD recording, and there's the DVD player. Carl Sukanic, you need to get a DVD player and DVD recorder so you can put your stuff on DVD. Then I got my VHS player to play my VHS tape to make a DVD copy, and I use the DVD copy to run off copies with. There is a Phantom of the Opera there, Palmer figure, another VHS My WGN appearance in 2008. There's a B. There's a Witch. I got an Uncle Fun. Frankenstein Mask. I got a Walgreens before they were Woolworths before they were closing back in '91. There's a big, huge devil ant. I got it. American Science Surplus in Chicago. Oh, DVD. Blank DVDs of my movies and stuff. DVDs, VHS. Here's one I got from the guy that now helps with Chicago Underground Film Fest. And that is, what is it? He helps out Jay Bliznick. Jay Bliznick is his name. He sold me, it's the Famous Monsters 93. They Won't Stay Dead. It's a trailer compilation. I think this was the first one I got. No, there's a second one I got, but the third one I got. I had a couple from Michael Flores of Psychotronic Film Society. This is like the third trailer tape I got for only $10 from Jay Bliznick, who's good friends with Brian Windorf. They both run the Chicago Underground Film Festival. And by the way, it's paying off for me, my stick-to-itiveness. Look at, I got my Foley Award, man. There's my Foley Award that I won at the Monster Bash 2012. I love my Foley. Mwah, he's my buddy. Kiss him on the head. Mwah. I love my Foley. That's my Foley Award, man. He's holding an issue of Scary Monster Bash magazine on the back. And over down here, you see, here's a poster from the All Freaking Night Film Fest that I hosted in November 10th, 2007 on the Marine Corps', what birthday was that? The Marine Corps' 233rd birthday at this, 2007. This year, it was the 238th birthday. That was 6 years ago. So that would make the 232nd birthday, 6 years ago. 232nd birthday of the Marine Corps, because the Marine Corps was born at Bella Woods, November 10th, 1775. And it was as if the gates of hell had opened up and the screaming dogs came running out. They call us dogs of war. Fighting Fox Company, dogs of war. Hoorah! I was in Fighting Fox Company at Battalion 280, Camp Geiger, North Carolina. That was after I was in the Philippines for 15 months. And then I was over at Camp Geiger for 2 years and 3 months, served the rest of my time over there. I was in boot camp for a little over 3 months, and I was in basic training ITS, Infantry Training School, near Oceanside, California. That was at Camp Pendleton. I was there for like a month and a half. So all together, plus my time off, you get a few weeks off, a month off here and there, leave. All together, I had a total of 4 years in Corps, from 1976 to 1980 active duty. See, there it is, David Rock Nelson, Ghost Host, right there, it says it right there, see, with our Ghost Host, David the Rock Nelson. Right there, and there's a Frankenstein monster live on stage. He'd shake. And back there is my drawing of Adam Mudman Bezekny. And underneath it is my drawing of Maxim. Maxim. For my movies, The Fisherman, there's a photo of dinosaur woman eating snakes and stuff, holding a rat. Yeah, that's me, doubling as dinosaur woman. See, Mudman and Maxim, those are two of my guys I attack in.